You probably know what a glacier is, but an official definition is just any large mass of ice that slowly moves over land. And there's two types of glaciers. There's valley glaciers. These are built up from snow and ice in a mountain valley, okay? And then there's continental glaciers, which cover much of a continent or large island. So I want you guys to go ahead and see, based on those two definitions, see if you can tell me what you think this glacier on the right side of the screen is. Is it a valley glacier or a continental glacier? You should have said that it's a valley glacier. And if you look, it's wedged between the low point of two mountains. It's a valley glacier. And here we see the valley glacier actually flowing. That's a term that we're going to use. Glaciers, when they start to expand, we say they flow like a river. Continental glaciers, though, talk about those first, are believed to have covered the Earth, like covered large portions of the Earth at different points in time. These time periods were referred to as ice ages, and an ice age is just when continental glaciers cover most of land. Here we see a picture of continental glacial sheets that covered a lot of the northernmost parts of the northern hemisphere. And at different points, it is thought that these continental glacial sheets extended down almost to the southern parts of the United States. Glaciers flow and melt over time. They expand and contract. Flow is expand, melt would be contract. The last ice age was thought to have been 2.5 million years ago and was starting to end 2.5 million years ago. If you look over at this GIF on the right, we see the expansion and contraction of the ice sheets that are around the actual North Pole. And the graph or scale up in the corner shows us how old the oldest ice is, with the very faint sort of gray color being the youngest, newest ice, and the dark white, the brightest white, being the oldest ice. So as glaciers flow and melt, they cause erosion and deposition. So we've got two different GIFs here. This top GIF shows us actual glacial erosion occurring. And as the ice flows, it's going to pick up sediment. This process is called plucking. If you guys watch this GIF, you'll see that pieces of the sediment are getting picked up and pulled out of the actual side of the mountain as the glacier flows. That's called plucking. You guys should also be familiar too with the concept of abrasion, that as pieces of sediment are plucked out of the mountain, they're also going to cause abrasion with other parts of the mountain. Then, as the ice melts, it's going to deposit all of that plucked sediment together. And that sediment can be made up of tons of different stuff, tons of different materials. But the generalized mixture that we're going to call it is just till. It's called till. And a place that you could think of till is like if you are out in the garden, you till the garden so that you can start to plant plants in a garden. You mix all the dirt at one end. It's called till.